Welcome to Common Injuries, episode 13. Let's go.
Welcome back. This is episode 13 of Common Injuries. I'd like to talk to you about calf injuries or calf strain. This is something that can happen if you start to increase your speed or doing a little bit of sprinting or striding. Now we're definitely getting into 5K season, and this is something that can cause a little bit more strain because you're doing a little bit faster pacing. Or if you're just now starting to running and you're doing some 5Ks and you're wanting to do a little bit faster 5Ks, you might have potential to strain your calf muscle. And so back a few years ago, whenever I started to do 5Ks, it was back in 2008, 2009 or so, I did strain my calf pretty good. It was during a race actually, and then it was about the halfway point and I had to turn back around. It was limping quite a bit. So it can be quite painful and it can stop you and can stop your training. So I'd like to share with you how to maybe prevent this or also maybe help heal this situation to get you back running. And so what happens is you can have a little bit of tearing in that muscle, and typically it's going to be on the inside portion of your calf muscle that's going to be injured. Or you can have a trigger point. So trigger point are tight fibers in that muscle that keep nice and tight and don't go away, and that can definitely be quite painful and situations. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put ice on it. So you can put ice on it for at least 15 to 20 minutes or so, or definitely it's going to help out with the inflammation. Or you can also you can grab this rolling tool here, and that's going to help out, do a little bit of massaging on that calf muscle. And it's nice and cold, so something that you can put in the freezer and freeze it and then do a little massage on that. So nice and gentle type of massage. You don't want to do anything too deep yet until that inflammation goes away. Then once the inflammation kind of goes down and a little bit less sore, then you can kind of do a little bit deeper massage. The next thing you can do is you can grab a roller. You can get this at any type of sporting goods store and kind of gently roll on that calf muscle and to help out with any soreness there. Or you can also use a massage gun. This is nice because it can help out with that. What it does, it oscillates and moves back and forth, and typically some of the ones that you can buy have different speeds to them or different heads to them to accommodate to what type of tissue that you're massaging. You can do that as needed, and again, it should feel kind of a good soreness when you're doing these type of things. It shouldn't be where it's too uncomfortable where you have to stop. So it should be nice and good and type of sore. We always kind of say it's a feel good hurt type of situation, and then the longer you do that, the less sore that should be. And then once it starts to have less soreness and you're able to push off on your toes a little bit more, you can start to do some calf strengthening. And what you can do is you can grab a block or yoga block and then raise up on your toes and gently lower yourself down. That's going to help out with that calf strengthening, and do a little bit of eccentric movement. That's going to help out get your calf muscle to start to have more stress to it and be able to withstand more push off during that. So what happens is during push off, how we strain that is that you typically may pronate a little too much. Pronation meaning your foot goes in a little too much or too long. And that creates, what happens is you start to strain or overutilize that calf muscle, or even muscles behind your calf. Can cause some issues like the soleus muscle. And once we strengthen that and strengthen other things, that can help out. So the next strengthening exercise you're going to do is a muscle called the posterior tibialis. This is a muscle that helps support your arch and maybe potentially prevent you from going into pronation too long. And again, what happens is with push-off, you want the arch, what happens is it tightens up. So we want that tightening during push-off. And then when you load the foot, your foot is going to go into pronation, but what happens is that when you have issues, that foot will go into pronation a little too long. And so with this exercise, you're going to cross your leg over, put an exercise band around your foot and around your other foot. You're going to point your toes down and raise your foot up. Hold it for about 3 seconds and then come back down. That's going to help out with that posterior tibialis muscle to help strengthen that. And you want to do these exercises nice and slow. Going up, get long holds and slowly come back down. All those slow controlled movements going to build strength with those muscles. And so the next thing you're going to do is going to do some intrinsic muscle strengthening. Intrinsic muscles are the muscles on the bottom of your foot. And so that's going to help out with your strengthening on your foot. And so what you're going to do is you're going to place your foot down and put all 4 toes down on the mat and try to raise up your big toe. And that's going to get that bottom muscle there. And you can do about 15 repetitions of that, and that's going to help with that. And so the next exercise with your foot is you're going to place your big toe down and then try to raise up all 4 toes. And again, that's going to help out with that arch strengthening. And it's going to help out with your shock absorbers while you're running or even walking. And so the next muscle you're going to do, which is an underutilized muscle that does not get trained very well, is the soleus muscle. It's the muscle behind your calf muscle. And how to train that is you're going to slightly bend your knees and you're going to raise up on your toes. And by doing that, that's going to help and target the soleus muscle. So when you slightly bend your knee, it takes away puts slack on the calf muscle, and then you utilize mostly just that soleus muscle. So you can do about 15 repetitions of that. Again, nice long holds for about 3 seconds and slowly go back down. And then if last exercise to do is to strengthen your hips. Very important. A lot of times those are very weak. And I've done, in the past 8 weeks, I've done a series called the Couch to 5K series. And there's 8 episodes, and each episode at the end has a exercise to help strengthen the hips. So if you like to view more of those hip exercises, you can view all those videos and view the end of them to look at those strengthening exercises. So today I'm going to show you one simple exercise to help out with the hip strengthening. You're going to lay on your side, you're going to raise your leg up, hold it for about 3 seconds, and slowly bring your leg down. That's going to help out with your hip strengthening. I hope all these exercises help either prevent you having calf strains, or if you do have a calf strain, it hopefully helps heal that calf strain and hopefully get you back running as well. So definitely we want to be able to get back out there and have fun with all the races that are potentially going to happen this year. All right, so everyone keep safe, keep running. We'll see you next time.